Hi everyone, and welcome to Makeup with Addie. Again, hi. Today I will be doing a natural look and contouring tutorial for you. And well, yeah, I don't have anything else to say, so let's just jump right into it. Okay, so I'm going to start off by priming my face. As you can see, I've already done my eyebrows because they're half. I shaved off half of them and it looks funny, so I just did this quickly. If you want to know how to do your eyebrows, I'll just link my previous video here and you can follow that to find the brow tutorial. Alright, I'm going to start off by priming my face with the Revolution Pore Blur Primer. So just a little bit like that. And then I'm going to put this over my entire face. I absolutely love this primer. It goes on so smoothly and it honestly makes your skin feel like silk. It's amazing. Alright. Now I'm going to use the Essence Stay All Day 16-Hour Foundation with a foundation brush, because using a foundation brush, the finish is just much more natural, so it's not put on as thick and cakey. Not that there's anything wrong with using a beauty blender. Beauty blender just works for a more full cover look. Okay, really not a lot at all. And then we just buff that into the skin. Okay, and since I won't really be applying any eye makeup, other than just like a light brown, I'm going to apply the foundation on my eyelid as well, just what's left on the brush, so that I have the same tone all throughout. Remember to blend up into your ears, as well as down onto your neck. Alright, after I've done that, I'll be taking the Maybeline Instant Anti-Age Eraser to conceal under my eyes. Remember that less is more. With this product, because of this little sponge at the top, it's very, very nice to apply because you don't have too much and end up looking cakey. And you basically just dab it on and go for it. And I'm using well, this is actually a setting brush. I'm gonna just blend the concealer by gently dabbing it and blending it into my face. Alright, next up I'm going to be using the Essence Camouflage Concealer. You also get this in a matte, but I like this one for my face. I use the matte one when I'm doing a cut crease. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit on my chin, on my cupid's bow, then on my forehead, and down my nose. And then once again, I'll just be using this very dense brush to blend it out. Alright, now next up, I'm going to set my face using the Essence You Better Work Fixing Powder. This one here. Alright, so getting quite a decent amount on here. I'm going to start on my forehead and just putting this where I would normally sweat, on the T-zones. So in the middle of my forehead here. And then my nose. And below my nose on my upper lip. The chin. And then of course my under eyes. Again, I'm basically stippling this on so that I don't disturb the makeup underneath. Alright. Now for the fun part. How to contour. Okay, so I'm going to use a angled flat face brush with the MAC Studio Fix Sculpt and Shape Contour Palette. Using the shade Sculpt, which is this one in the middle here. I'm going to start with my cheekbones. Again, I'm just going to stipple this instead of wiping or rubbing or whatever you want to call it. Alright, so for your cheekbones, you want to start at the top of your ear here, angling down towards the corner of your mouth, stopping at the corner of your eye. So, very simple. If you need a guide to see how to angle it towards the corner of your mouth, you just suck in your cheeks. So, I'm just stippling this on. It's also way more natural doing it this way. Don't want too intense of a contour with a natural look. As you can see, I've already accentuated this cheekbone here. Hell yeah. Then I'll do the same on the other side. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Alright. Next up, I'm going to hide this beast. It's horrible. Look at it. Alright, obviously I can't hide that, but I will make it appear smaller, as well as my jaw here, since I have quite the sharp jawline. Thank you, diamond-shaped face. Alright, so starting there, I'm just going to round this off so that it doesn't look as sharp as it is, because I don't like it. But that's just me. Some people like it, nothing wrong with it. Just like that. And then for this horrible double chin, I'll just go up here. So that it mimics the shadow and therefore looks a lot smaller than it actually is. Blending down onto my neck. Look at that. Yes! Yes. Okay, and then I have quite a large forehead as well. So I like to contour all the way around. And then here on my temples to make it seem slightly smaller. My skin looks amazing. Alright. Next up, I'll be contouring my nose. So you can use a small flat nose contouring brush that looks like this. If you don't have one, you can also use a biggish blending brush like this one. That will also work perfectly. Now when it comes to contouring your nose, don't be too precise. Because the thing is, it depends on your nose shape. Exactly which way you need to contour your nose completely depends on what shape your nose is. Mine isn't very thick or fat or whatever. So I like to just gently or slightly add just a slight shadow here just to make it seem slightly narrower. And then on the tip of my nose, I've got this thing that hangs down here that I absolutely despise. So I add quite a bit of shadow there. Okay, so I'm not going to be adding any eyeshadow. So I'm going to add a little bit of this contour powder right above my crease, just like that. As well as underneath. Okay, so after I've done that, it's time to add some blush. I use the Revolution Blusher Reloaded in the shade Lovestruck with a angled blush brush. So this is a very, very potent color. So I basically just dab it on slightly, tap off the excess, and then very, very lightly dab this onto my cheeks, right above where I contoured. A common mistake people make nowadays is to add blush right on the apples of your cheeks. And you know, makeup has no rules, there's nothing wrong with it, but it is more modern and natural looking if you do it this way. So right above where I've contoured, very, very lightly, brushing this on. There we go. And then I'll also like to add some right on my forehead to give you like a natural flush. There we go. Next up, I will be using the Revolution Highlighter Reloaded in the shade Just My Type with a highlighter brush, or well, you can use a small fan brush or you can use a flame brush, whichever works for you. I prefer this one. And then we're going to be adding this just where the light naturally bounces off your skin. So right on top of your cheekbone here. Again, just in a stippling motion. Like that. Now you have a natural glow. And then also right on your brow bone. The tip of your nose. The bridge of your nose. And your upper lip. Now we have a natural shine. Look at how beautiful that is. Without going overboard. Then I'll add mascara. I use the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect. This is the waterproof one. I absolutely swear by this mascara. I think I say this in every single video, but it's amazing. It's the best mascara I have ever used. Alrighty, and then I am going to do my lippy. For this look, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild, it's Wet n Wild lipstick in the shade Rose the Matter. It's a very pretty soft pink. I love using this when I do a natural look, because it's not a very strong pigment. It's light and pretty. And then just to lighten it up ever so slightly, I'm going to use the Catrice Ultimate Color in the shade Hey Nude and just dab it over this color. just to lighten it a bit. What a nude. Alright. Well, for this, me personally, for a natural look, I like to add some freckles because I do have freckles naturally, but obviously they're covered in my foundation. So using a weird looking brush like this with my eyebrow powder, actually the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Kit in the shade Ash Blonde, I'm going to use this color here, the lighter brown, to make some faux freckles. Now the trick with freckles is for them to be natural, they can't be symmetrical. So you basically just have to dab this literally all around without really focusing on where you're doing it. Just like that. I love me some freckles. Okay, so to soften it up, I'm just going to take a beauty blender and dab it over it slightly. And there. We have some natural looking freckles. Yay. Okay, so lastly, no look is complete without some lashes. So I'm just going to pop these on off camera quickly. Simply because I have just learned doing lashes and it's generally a bit of a mission for me and I don't want to show that on my video. So I'll be right back. And I'm back with some free lashes. Well, that's it for this look. Quick and easy natural makeup with a contouring tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave me a like and subscribe to my channel. And, well, have a good day. Bye.